Hey, everybody, welcome to today's invitation. So, today is an invitation for you watching this to join the Science of Glow. It's my new 8-week experience that I am coming out with, and it's either going to officially start at the end of April or the beginning of May. And I'm going to get into some of the specifics later on about all of that's included in this 8 weeks. But I wanted to share a little bit about the backstory about like kind of how I'm here right now in this moment with you making this video. So, if you've been following some of my posts and some of my videos that I've been putting out lately, I started talking about how I wanted to create a school, my own school, a school about feminine health. And actually, I've been like playing around with a name that I was thinking to call my school because I was like, okay, my school has to have a name. And what am I going to call it? And I started playing around with the Feminine Fire Academy. Don't know if that's the official name yet, but let me know your thoughts about that in the comment section. Let me know what you think about that. But Feminine Fire Academy, I was thinking about calling it that because the things that I teach, the things that I coach around and mentor around are really about feeding that feminine fire within us. And I talk about the Science of Glow, which is the name of my new 8-week experience, which is going to be the like entry point into my world, into the world of turning on your body, which is kind of the overarching theme of everything. Um, because I'm a spiritual biohacker, I'm a body activator. I teach women and help women to tap in and turn on their bodies, feed that feminine fire, get that glow from within, that glow for life, that glow for love. And this movement that I've been talking about lately of life lovers, of people who just love life. And I really self identified with that and actually came from a therapy appointment, a meeting with my therapist, where she talked about, and she even told me, she said, Alex, you just love life. Like you love life. That is a main value of yours, is you love life. And I was like, I do. And even looking back, I'm like, years ago, that theme, that name, those words had come together many times, and it's been woven throughout everything, but I never like fully stepped into it until recently. And I'm like, yes, I am a life lover. I love life, and I want to be surrounded with other women who love life, who don't look at me crazy or think I'm crazy when I talk about the abundance of opportunities that I have. Like, I never say that I'm overwhelmed. I always am so appreciative of the abundance of opportunities that I have in front of me, of choices, opportunities and choices that I have, that I'm able to pick from because of where I've positioned myself, of what I've created for myself. So I have all these opportunities. I'm never overwhelmed. I have such a fucking buffet of life ahead of me, and it's amazing. And it did feel it did feel kind of lonely and isolating because I did feel like I was only the only one eating at the buffet. Like when people would ask me, so what do you do? And most people just give you like a one-word answer. They just tell you their job. And I'm like, well, I'm doing this and I'm working on a book and I'm writing this course and I do telehealth and I do IV hydration. And I've been with my high school sweetheart for 26 years and we've got 3 kids and, they're this age, and this age. And, I love going out and working in the gym and I love going to do this and just all the different things that I love about life. Like, people just are very overwhelmed hearing about it. And again, for me, it's not overwhelming. For me, it's life. And I love living life. And I love doing all this and being all of this. And so I did feel very like isolated for a little bit. And so instead of me staying isolated and feeling a certain type of way, I just said, why don't I create a community of people just like me that welcomes people just like me, a place where we can connect, where we can like flirt with each other, where we can love life together. and just connect and grow and glow together. And so I decided I'm just going to create it. I'm going to create my school. I'm going to create my curriculum. I'm going to create my community. Like, I'm just going to do it because that's the type of person I am. So I said, I'm just going to go out there and do it. And so, in thinking about all of this, planning all of this out and brainstorming and just journaling and thinking about all of this, I had to identify, like, well, where did this all start for me? Where was my moment where all of this, where my life changed? Because I wasn't always like this. I was, this was always me. It was always me, but I wasn't always living. I wasn't always being all of this. And so when I look back, I think about my health journey, my health issues that I had in the past. That was probably my biggest moment, my rock bottom moment where I just had to decide, I had to really save my life. And that was when, after I had my youngest, who is 7. So I've got 3 kids, 20, 17, and 7. And so when I had my 7-year-old, or when I had my youngest, I went into heart failure. And the doctor's telling me, you're never going to be able to get pregnant again, your heart is only functioning at X, Y, and Z percent, and you can die, your baby's going to die, and blah blah blah. And that was like my moment. That was my moment where I was like, holy shit, what am I doing with my life, with my body, with my future? Like, what kind of game am I playing here? How many lives do I think I got? And so that was my moment. That was my time to decide for myself. And one of the things that I've identified with so many women that come to me, and even so many women that I just talk to, it breaks my heart because so many women are just out there looking for all the answers, and they want to be like knowledge accumulators, like consumers. And they're learning about this, they're chat GPTing that, they're watching that Oprah menopause live stream, and they're watching this person on this video, and they're just consuming a lot of information, and they're trying to implement it on their own, but nothing is ever really clicking for them, making sense for them. They're still feeling like there's something wrong with them, that their bodies are broken, that they don't understand themselves, they don't feel like themselves anymore, they think they're going crazy. Like, there's so many issues that they continue to have, and maybe they've been diagnosed with a certain type of illness, then they become their illness, right? It becomes their label, their diagnosis, the symptoms, the all of that comes with that becomes this like outfit that they wear, and you don't even know who the woman is underneath it all, because you've just covered up with all of this knowledge that you've accumulated that you take on. And so my feeling is, how can I free women from that? How could I free myself from the situation that I created for myself? Because I, without a doubt, 100% created that situation for myself where I was in heart failure, where I was pre-diabetic, where I was 75 pounds overweight, where I was high blood pressure, where I was on all these medications, where I was hurting. Like, it was very evident to the entire world, to everybody and their mama, that I did not value myself, that I did not care about myself, that I didn't give a shit about myself. Because if I did, I wouldn't have let myself get into that poor of a physical state. And to add on top of that, going with the whole knowledge accumulation thing, is that I was a healthcare professional. I was in the healthcare space for years and years before that. So I knew all of the stuff that was going on with me. I knew all the complications that could occur down the road. I knew everything. And that still did not stop me from creating that experience, that body that I was living in. Still didn't stop me. So it's not knowledge. It's not people going out and learning and consuming. That is not it. The moment for me, and this is why the science of glow is my first foundational entry point into my world. It's like my 101, is because it's about self-love. It's about self-acceptance. It's about insight. And if you've heard me talk about spice, Maybe you hear it in my tagline where I say for a balanced life, just add spice, or I say, hey, let's spice it up. You might hear me use it here and there, but spice is actually kind of this holistic framework that I created where I really identified these different areas of my life, because everything I do is a lived experience. Like I don't teach health by the book. I teach it by my body, by my life. Okay. Very different approach. And when I was thinking about the different areas of my life and how full of a life that I wanted to lead, the one the one point in the middle is the eye of spice, insight. And it's no coincidence that the I is in the middle, because the I anchors all the other areas. So the S stands for spiritual, the P is physical, the C is for career, and the E is for emotional. These are all different dimensions of wellness. And the one sticking point, the one anchor is in the middle. And it's the I, it's the insight, it's the self awareness, it's the self acceptance, it's the self love. That was what allowed me to make the decision to decide to save my life, to make different choices. That's what it was. And so this is where this beginning foundational course experience content begins, is with this, with the science of glow. So in this course, what you'll learn is you're going to learn about hormones. Yeah, we're going to talk about metabolism. We're going to talk about some health related things, because again, I know women are experiencing so many different things, and so many of the underlying chronic issues that we got going on with almost everybody. A lot of them are largely preventable. A lot of them are largely a lot of them we can do better with how we live day to day with them, how we coexist with them. Because again, you're not your diagnosis, you're not your disease, you're you. You're Tina, you're Susan, you're Jackie, you're whoever. Like that, you're you, you're not your disease. And so many women just succumb to that. And I'm like, no, you're still a woman, you're still a person. Like, we have to bring that out. We have to feed that fire. We have to tap in and turn her on, right? So, we are going to talk about some of that, because there's so much more you can do for your health, for your body, than what you're told out here. So many things that I'm going to help you to see for yourself, how you can understand your body better, how you can get it to run and hum and work for you, not against you. And you'll start to learn your body, how she's talking to you, what she's saying, what she need. You're going to start to be able to tap into that and really understand yourself on a whole new level. And I share very openly about me and my health and my health goals. And for me, I've been talking to some people in some different groups that I'm in, some different masterminds and friends that I have. My body, I love my body. I'm at such a place where I love my body, and this is why I love I love this beginning course, this entry point, because no matter where you go, how far you think you've gone, you can always return home to this one. You can always return home, because there's always deeper, there's always more we can go in our relationship with ourselves, because I had reached a level of self-love, self-acceptance. I had totally reached that, because I wouldn't have been able to do with my health and with my body and with my life. I wouldn't have been able to do all of that if I hadn't have tapped into that and actually loved myself and found value and worth in myself. I wouldn't have been able to do that. But now I'm at a place in my life, a season of my life, where I've got a kid in college. I have another one about to go off to college. I have one who is in elementary school. I have, these businesses, these ventures going on. I'm a completely different woman. I'm a completely different mom now. Like, I'm in such a different space in my life. And I had actually got comfortable to a point where it was actually holding me back. Like, I was still kind of like, holding on to this past story this past version of myself. I was holding on to that. And it was preventing me from really rising and going the direction that I really see for myself. Because when I think about myself and my body and my health, when I think about my mission and my vision and the impact that I want to make in this world and the things that I want to do and who I want to do it with, my body got to be able to keep up with that. My body got to be right. My body got to be in a certain condition to be able to support me at an optimal level for the success that I see for myself. My body got to be together if I'm going to be there. And I don't know exactly what it's going to look like. Like, I don't know exactly what my future is going to look like. Like, I'm not putting any caps on that. I just know how I want to feel. I know how I want to feel. And I know that I want to be able to experience as much as I can. I want to live as much life as I can. Like, I want to be all up in that buffet. I want to be eating all the things. And I need to have a body that's going to be able to allow me to have the choices, to have the opportunities to do that. And so now I'm at a place in my life where I'm taking my physical health to a new level. I'm challenging myself in different ways. I have different goals for myself, and I'm keeping those to myself. I'm keeping those to myself. But I do share a lot of the other things that I'm experiencing. So some things I do keep for myself, but on the whole, I am sharing all of my journey, and I'm not ashamed of it. And again, I'm not like, I don't know, maybe some people might feel a certain type of way about saying, "Oh, well, I'm going to do this with my body, or I'm going to do that, or I want to look this way, or I'm thinking about trying this." Like I'm not trying to play around. Like, I'm very real, and I'm like, this is the next place that I want to go. This is what I want to do with my life. And I'm not shy to say it or to talk about it. And one of the things that sometimes it kills me. It kills me because there are so many amazing, incredible women that I've worked with over the years who've had incredible results, all kinds of different results by working with me. And the majority of them are either like, they just don't want to share. They don't want to share what they've experienced. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to tell people that they're doing something for their body or for their health, for their spiritual health, for their physical health, for their emotional health. Like, they don't want to talk about it. And I get, you don't got to tell everybody your business, but they don't want to share. And I wanted to, again, be in a community of women who we share, we celebrate, we openly talk and discuss about all these kinds of things. Because my hope is that by me speaking about the things that I speak about and sharing the things that I share about with my life, that it will kind of transfer some of that confidence, some of that power into you, where you can be like, oh, yeah, like, I can do that. I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to go tell my friend about this, or I'm going to go do that. And you start showing up and you start living your life differently because you saw it from me. And just think about what a ripple that could create for the people in your life who you know. I don't know them, but you know them. What kind of ripple effect that could have, especially in the women's health space, because God knows that there is enough taboo and stigma around women and women's bodies and the things that happen to our bodies. Like, bro, it is 2025, and we are just now having conversations about menopause out loud, and it's like it's 2025. And women have been experiencing menopause for ever, since there has ever been women. And we experience menopause at various times in our life for whatever reason. Like, there are so many different reasons and causes that can trigger that. And women are going through it at different parts in their life, different ages, they have different experiences. And it's like, just now in 2025, we're talking about this. Like, what are we doing? Like, your body is amazing. Your body is creation. Like, what are we doing? Why are we not talking about it? Why are we not celebrating it? Why are we hush hush and like, oh, I can't tell nobody, and this and this? And there's still so much confusion and misinformation about things, and women scared to do things and try things. And I'm like, I want you to live your best life that you can, that is possible, that feels good to you on your terms, however that looks for you. So that's why it's so hard for me to like kind of condense like who I work with and the results that I get, because I am all about like freeing you, freeing your body, helping you tap in and turn on your body and living the best, most amazing, life loving life that you can possibly have. And you need your health to do that. And I want you to be more free and feel more comfortable and create a space where you can do that, where you can come share and learn about those things and share your experiences. Because I'm not doing this just for me, and you're not doing it just for you. Just think about when we think about the ripple effect, your sisters, your cousins, your aunts, your daughters, your grandma, your mom. Like, I've taught my mom, I don't know how much stuff about her health and her body because she didn't have anybody to teach it to her. So why would I not share that with all of you? Why would I hold all the things that I know? Why would I hold it in? I don't, because that's not what I was called to do. I was called to share it with everybody doing this. So again, I share all the things, I talk about it freely. And so in this 8-week course, we're going to be getting into all of that. We're going to be showing you how to fall in love with yourself, how to have an amazing love affair with yourself, how you treat yourself, how you see yourself, how you talk to yourself, the things that you do for your body, the offerings that you make your body. Your body's an altar, honey. What offerings are you making to her? What kind of devotion are you showing her? How are you speaking to her? It's so it's so beautiful. Like, oh, it's so beautiful. This is the type of experience that I'm creating in this, within my community, within this program. So we're going to be getting into all of that because you need that. You need that foundation. And again, you can always come back to this point. You can always come back home to this course, to this content. You can always come back to it, because no matter how elevated or how thing you get, because just like with me, I thought I was at a certain level of self-love and acceptance. And I'm like, no, I can go deeper. There's more. And I want more. There's more out there. So I'm returning home to this. I'm living this. I'm going through this right along with all of you as I'm sharing it. I'm living it. The things that I'm writing about in my book, like, it's stuff I'm living and going through. Like, I don't hold back. So that is a huge component of it. And then we're going to turn a little bit spicy here, but definitely teaching women to tap into the power source that they have, which is their sensuality, which is their sexuality. We are beautiful, amazing creators, and we have so much sensuality and so much sexuality and so much power that is locked within that. And I want you to just really tap in to all of that. That's what really drives that glow, is knowing how much power you have, girl. You got so much power in there. And we don't need to be afraid of that part of ourselves, that sexual, that sensual side. We don't need to be afraid of all of that. And a lot of women don't even feel comfortable in their bodies. They don't feel comfortable looking at their bodies naked. They don't like what they see. They don't understand their bodies. So my goal through all of this is to really get you back in touch with your body, get to know her. And we're going to do that a couple different ways. We have some self-seduction techniques that we're going to be learning, some self-daily pleasuring rituals that we're going to be learning, falling in love with yourself again, writing love letters to yourself. I mean, just utterly having the most intoxicating, delicious, hot love affair, but with yourself, because that's where it starts. That's where it starts. And that's where it stays. That's where that fire burns. That's where that fire, honey, is right there. So we're going to get into all of that. And you're going to be getting like a welcome gift with this also, that is going to have some like little goodies in there. I'm not going to get into all of it, but it's going to be things that are going to help you to do the different embodiment exercises that we have, because this is going to become you. This is going to be your life. This is your foundation. This is who you are. And so we're going to wake that up, and you're going to live and breathe it. This is going to be who you are. And so I'm going to be including some things to really impress that upon you, and things that you'll be able to use and talk about and just be like, oh my God, I can't believe I just got this. Oh my God. And it's going to be so fun. And I want this to be fun. I want it to be fun. I don't want it to be like super serious and like super depressing because we're not about that. We are not about that. We are about loving life, having fun, flirting, winking. We are about living and loving life here and loving our bodies. So it's going to be a whole different type of experience because I'm done with like talking about weight. I'm done with talking about scales. I'm done with talking about diets, and I'm done with all of that because that shit just goes in one ear and out the other because people have heard it a million times, and I know that's not the problem. I know that's not what is really the issue for the majority of women out there. I'm not going to say everybody because everybody's different. I'm not going to say everybody, but for the majority of women, I'm just so done. I'm so over all of that. I want to speak to your desires. I want to speak to your aspirations. I'm tired of speaking about the fucking scale and about your weight and about a dress size and about this. Like, I'm done with all of that. I'm done. Because real talk, all of the amazing results that clients have got with me, not all the time have to deal with weight loss and with looking a certain type of way or a certain number or anything like that. They've all been things that they've had internally change within themselves. And that's where it starts. That's what will keep it going. That's what will keep that fire going the entire time for the rest of your life. And there are going to be seasons of your life where that fire is going to dim. But honey, it's never going to go out. You can always return home to this and always tap in and turn it back on whenever you want. Mm. So, an 8-week experience. I want to invite you into it. It's $1,500, 8 weeks. Again, I'm thinking about starting it at the end of April, maybe beginning of May. The classes, it's going to be live virtual classes with me. So I'm going to teach my content and then I'm going to open it up for some interaction. And this is your chance to get really close with me, ask me anything that you need, and we'll just kind of go as long as I can. I'm going to do the classes in the evening. I'm Eastern Standard Time, so I'm thinking maybe 6 or 7. I don't have it set in stone yet, but there will be replays available, but not forever. So you'll still be able to do that because I know how life is. And then there's also going to be an accompanying Telegram private channel where it's going to be a place for us to connect and to flirt with each other and for us to I'm going to be dropping homework in there. I'm going to be dropping some different downloads, just different things that where we can go deeper into the content, and it's more of an intimate space that will be with the Telegram channel. And maybe I'll reach out to you privately and chit chat you up about something that you post in there. But it's really a chance for us to all share your insights, to reflect, to celebrate. It's just going to be an amazing community that I want to build within that. So that's going to be a part of this also. So again, 8 weeks. I'm inviting you. I'm inviting you. If this sounds like something that you want to be a part of, you want to get in on it in the beginning, because honey, this is going to take off. This is going to take off my spin. Me, I do things like nobody else does. Like nobody else. There's no other Dr. Alex who is doing anything with feminine health and spirituality and biohacking. There's nobody. There's nobody. And you can ask any single person who has had a consult or a conversation with me how awesome I am, how deep I go, the things that I share, the way people's lives change. I add like 10 years or more to people's lives with the stuff that I tell them. And I don't ever like hold back. Like I can't turn this off. I can't turn my teaching off. I can't turn my coaching off. I can't turn my mentoring off. Like it's who I am. And so I really want to invite you into my world, into my space, into this community for the next 8 weeks. I want to rock with you. So if you want to come on in, you want to get an invite, let's go. DM me, whatever platform you might be watching this on, reach out, DM me. Let me know that you're interested and we'll talk some more. Make sure it's something a good fit for you. And again, it's $1,500, 8 weeks. Jump in here. Jump in here. It will forever change your life. Forever change your life. And I would be so honored to witness your evolution, witness your falling in love with yourself. It's so amazing. It's so beautiful. And I am so excited about this. I'm glowing. It's the science of glow. It's going to take off. It's amazing. And I want you there. You are invited. Come on in. Bring a friend, honey. Do not gatekeep this. Invite your bestie. Tell your sister. Tell your aunt. Tell your mama, whoever. Bring them on in. The more, the merrier, the bigger the community. We want a community of women who are going to support each other, who are not afraid to talk about their bodies, about their health, about the things that are going on in their lives, the real shit that's going on in their lives. Let's bring it here and let's glow together. All right. Okay, guys, that is my video for today. Let me know if you have questions, drop them in the chat or reach out to me. I want you part of this group. Let me know. Jump on in the beginning. All right. All right, guys. Like I always say, for a balanced life, just add spice. See ya.